Hi, Erica. Thanks for joining. I've never done this. This is my first time. If you're able to hear me, write a comment. Say I can hear you. Hi, Sid. Thanks for joining. If you guys can hear me, just write a comment that, okay, you can hear me? Oh, excellent. Okay, great. Yay. Okay, you guys are my first two people that joined. So exciting. So I'm just going to kind of start and then just add things as I see people joining. So we just have posted our first commercial for Sexy Boss Babe. Aw, thank you. I love you. I just posted it on my personal IG, so just click on it. It's 25 seconds long, but you can kind of see what's going on. And oh, hi, Font. Miss you. Aw, my 3 favorite girls are on. I'm so excited. So just check out the link to the new little commercial. It's just like our first one, but I'm excited. It just kind of shows progress and growth for Sexy Boss Babe. Hi, Roya. Thanks for joining. Excited to have you. So share your comments, you guys. I just posted our first commercial for Sexy Boss Babe. It's just some new content. The link is in my bio. So if you haven't checked it out, just click on the link, watch it for a couple seconds. It's about 25 seconds long. And just share your feedback in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you kind of think about the brand and the commercial concept. As you know, the brand is called Sexy Boss Babe, and a Sexy Boss Babe is about being a woman who's beautiful from the inside out. She's confident, and she goes after what she wants in life. So we had some really amazing models that helped us out that day during that little shoot. So we took some of those photos and turned it into content. But take a look at it. The link is in the bio. And just to kind of share a little bit, I'll just kind of repeat some of the things that I'll be talking about today. But I started Sexy Boss Babe as kind of a reason to come up with a solution for a problem that we have in our community, locally in Los Angeles and California in the United States. We have 500,000 kids in the foster care system. California ranks pretty much like number one with the most kids in foster care. And why is that important? The reason why it's important is that the foster care system is a feeder into human trafficking, into the incarceration rates, into homelessness. Los Angeles, or not Los Angeles, but the United States is the country with the highest rate of incarceration compared to anywhere else in the entire world. And 90% of incarcerated inmates, if you trickle it down and figure out what the common denominator is. Thank you. Hi, Wise. Hi, Jay. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm nervous. I've never done a live feed, so thanks for tuning in and listening and watching. I'm just catching everybody up kind of on what's going on. I just posted our first Sexy Boss Babe commercial. The link is in the bio on my personal Instagram page, so check it out. It's about 25 seconds long. Take a look at it, and then, thank you. Thanks, Erica. Thanks for your positive feedback. And it just, again, like I'm saying, it's just a tiny little milestone of progress for us. Thanks. Hi, Myra. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Weiss. I appreciate it. But I just kind of was sharing with everybody just kind of the reason behind Sexy Boss Babe, and that we're just trying to use it as a vehicle of social entrepreneurship to solve some problems in America, at least to start with. And why foster care, why human trafficking? The causes, both issues are related. And I was talking about the incarceration rate a couple minutes ago. We're leading compared to any other country in the world. And if you trickle everything down, it boils down to the foster care system. People are coming out of foster care with not enough resources. So there's a lot of, thanks guys. There's a lot of problems in the system. And the majority of people that are trafficked, our sex trafficking victims, are kids from foster care because they're just overlooked. They don't have the proper care, supervision, love, and support that humans need. So they get targeted, and sex trafficking is an organized system, and they know what's going on with the foster care system, so they strategically target these kids. We're not talking about it as a community or as a society, and being in the nonprofit world, it's very hard to raise awareness on causes. It's very hard to fundraise for your causes. I've seen it firsthand. So I thought a solution could be a fun beauty product. As we all know, the beauty industry is a over $500 billion industry. So why not use it as a vehicle to fundraise for nonprofits? And use it as a platform to raise awareness for a cause that's really, really important, which is foster care and human trafficking. So that's kind of what we're doing, and we're grassroots here, we're bootstrapping, and every little bit of exposure and brand awareness is really a big deal for us, and it's important. So when you guys join me tonight on this live feed, it's cool. It's like, thanks. So we've got a lot of other great things coming up. I filmed a documentary called Breaking the Cycle that's about foster care, and it touches on human trafficking. I filmed it a while back, and we've just been waiting for the right time to screen it. And we're going to be screening it at the end of this month, Saturday, March 30th. And it's getting a lot of exposure. We have a lot of important people from the foster care system, from the human trafficking fields, experts that will be attending. The film is intended to be a call to action film, so oftentimes we will watch a documentary and learn about a new cause, and we think, oh, that's so sad, and we walk away from it, but then what? And we're not really left with much else after. So this film is intended to be a call to action, so not only are we going to experience and learn some really important stories that are very shocking and jarring, we're going to give our audience a call to action and things that everybody can do, the general public can do. And there's different levels of calls to action for, like I said, the general public, for policymakers, for people in the system. There's one particular thing that hopefully I won't cry when I talk about this. It's kind of hit or miss. It's a subject that really touches me. This little boy, his name is Gabriel Aguirre, and he was not in the foster care system, but the foster care system is overseen by an organization called DCFS, or the Department of Children and Family Services. And that's where they have the social workers and the caseworkers, and they're really just inundated with a lot of cases, and they end up managing hundreds of caseloads of kids collectively. A manageable caseload might be 12 cases. A lot of these social workers are managing like 30, 60, and 90 cases at a time. So what ends up happening is kids fall through the cracks. And this one particular little boy, Gabriel Aguirre, he had 4 social workers. He was being domestically abused by his mother and her boyfriend. So he had social workers that were assigned to his case. And unfortunately, he was abused pretty badly over the years. And his parents ended up killing him, beating him to death. And he was just a little boy. When I read about that story 3 years ago, I cried for like 3 days. And what I learned was that the system had failed him. All 4 of those social workers are now on trial for murder. The parents are obviously on trial for murder, but it kind of shook the nation, and everybody started talking about this is a really big problem, and how did this happen? How did this kid fall between the cracks, or this case? And so they came up with something called the Blue Ribbon Commission. And the Blue Ribbon Commission consisted of a group of experts to basically come together and study the system and figure out what problems exist and how we can change it. Recommendations were made. I've looked at the report, and all the recommendations are in line with what a lot of the experts say. To date, so far, my research has shown that not all the recommendations, or really mostly any of them, have been implemented. That means that this could happen to another child in the system. So until we can really create some change within the system, we're at risk for these problems to continue. So that's kind of, and now a few years have passed, so that story's kind of been swept under the rug. And with this documentary, that's my goal, is to bring it back into the spotlight, bring this cause back into people's awareness, and work together to hold everybody accountable, so we can create the change. And it's not about pointing fingers at anybody. I think that I know some people at the DCFS, and they're not bad people. It's just sometimes there's poor oversight or poor management or not enough resources. So it's about really coming together and coming up with some solutions collectively and thinking outside the box. So March 30th's documentary is about that. There will be some solutions thinking outside the box. There's a technology that will be presented. We've teamed up with another nonprofit that has come up with an incredible technology that, if implemented, could truly assist and come up with some really great solutions and alleviate a lot of the problems that a lot of these social workers face that could help the kids in the long run. So a lot of you that know me on a personal level know that, I've been involved in various causes that have to do with kids over the years. It's just, it's something that touches my heart. It's important to me. And I've done nonprofit work and, volunteering and fundraising. And I've just kind of come to that conclusion that it's all really hard. It's all really difficult. And Sexy Boss Babe, between me and you, because I've got my good friends on the line here, Sexy Boss Babe's kind of like my Trojan horse to get people to care and contribute. And you might not even know that you're caring and contributing because you're doing something fun and buying a fun beauty product. And, but, at the end of the day, you are contributing to a very, very important cause, and you are actually impacting and making change to the world. So for all of you that have been supporting me on social media, liking the post, buying the product, just giving me words of encouragement, all those things are important because this has been a really tough journey. It's very exciting and very rewarding in so many ways, but it's very lonely. It's very hard. There are many days that I think to myself, maybe just stop and go back and get a regular job. I miss fancy dinners and going to, vacations and whatnot. But I put that aside because the cause and the vision and what I'm trying to accomplish in the long run is so, so important to me. This is what calls me. This is what has called me my whole life. And to me, it's like this is the time. I'm going to go after it. So again, thank you, all of you, so much for being a part of it. And, every supportive word, or you're doing great, or thank you for sharing that information, all that stuff, it helps, and it just lets me know that people are listening. And touching back to Sexy Boss Babe, and we have this great little fundraiser going on right now. Selling online is really, really tough. It's one of the hardest things. It's going to take us a really long time to kind of grow in that regards. Hey, thank you for joining us. But I started a fundraiser. We're trying to raise about $1,000 to donate to Journey Out. It's a local nonprofit in Los Angeles that rescues women out of sex trafficking. They are a great organization. I worked with them pretty closely. Not only does Sexy Boss Babe donate nails to the young women, we've done empowerment workshops. And one of the things that's I've heard from people, how do nails help or stop human trafficking, or, how is this going to change anything? What's kind of interesting that I found out as I, have been doing this work. Thanks, Sid. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. And by the way, I have some new people that joined. I just want to touch again. I just posted a new content piece. It's our first little mini commercial. The link is in the bio. So please check it out. It's 25 seconds long, and then share your comments. Let me know what you think. Anything we could do different, things that you want to see. But going back to the fundraiser and Journey Out, I've learned that, so I talked about DCFS, the Department of Children and Family Services. And sorry guys, I'm having a difficult time here. So DCFS is the Department of Children and Family Services, and they oversee when young women get rescued out of sex trafficking. They oversee the foster care system. They have budgets for the different states and communities and whatnot. And one of the line items, and I'll probably post this eventually. I have the form from DCFS that there's a line item that states that they put money aside for grooming and nail services, specifically nail services, because a lot of young women get lured back into sex trafficking by their exploiters. Because, just think about it. We all like to get our hair done and our nails done and mani-pedis. Everybody likes that. And it's expensive. And these exploiters know that, and so they will lure these young women, make them feel good about themselves, I'll take care of you, and get their nails done. So by donating Sexy Boss Babe nails to these young women and giving them some empowerment and encouraging words, we're really pushing and trying to help them help themselves. So nails kind of do save lives. I started this, but I didn't really know it was going to end up in this direction. So it was a little bit surprising. And I learned as I kind of go along too. But, hey, Johnny, thanks for joining. Haven't seen you since 4th of July. Hope your year's been well. So anyways, I'm doing a little fundraiser. We're trying to raise $1,000 for Journey Out. 100% of the proceeds for Like a Diamond on the website will be donated to Journey Out this month through the rest of March. And then if you buy one, you can pick a second item for free. So the code is JOLA, Journey Out LA, JOLA. If you go on the website, sexybossbabe.com, you can choose Like a Diamond. 100% of the proceeds for Like a Diamond will be donated to Journey Out. Journey Out supports and rescues women out of sex trafficking. And you get a second item for free just for being a good person and caring. So check it out. And this is what Like a Diamond looks like, here it is. It's blue and it's holographic and two-toned. So what's kind of cool is that, thanks, Erica. Mwah, mwah. You guys are the best. Thank you. And it's two-toned. What's kind of cool about Like a Diamond is that the blue color is, light blue is for foster youth awareness, and regular blue is for human trafficking awareness. So this is actually two-toned, and you get both colors out of it. So if you wear it, it's a talking piece. So not only do you know that you supported survivors of human trafficking, when you wear the nails, you get to talk about it. People are going to compliment you. It's a kind of a unique color and a unique style. I always get stopped when I wear them. And I know I've got the nude colors on right now. It's just what I had on last week, but I will switch and put this set on for the rest of the month as a part of the awareness campaign for the fundraiser. So, and it's in a really cool shape. It's the fashionable shape. It's coffin. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you could see it, but it's tapered a little bit at the top and like squared off. And that's one of the fashionable trends in nails right now. And then, looking at the box too, I don't know if you guys can really tell, but we have listed on the packaging that this purchase benefits human trafficking survivors as well as kids in foster care. And we have a more detailed description on the side of the box. So when you get your box, you kind of, it gives you some insight, and you know that you're having a direct impact on helping this demographic. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for joining. I haven't seen you in a long time, but I miss you. Hopefully I'll get to see you in San Diego sometime soon. And then just a little bit more about the brand too. Sexy Boss Babe, the definition of a sexy boss babe is on the side of the box. Sexy Boss Babe is a woman that is confident from the inside out. She could be any size, shape, or color. And that was really important for me to create the brand that way. There's so many, right now just our culture on social media is just all about being sexual and exposing yourself. And it's just kind of degraded women down to what we are physically. And women are beautiful physically in our forms and our different shapes and sizes. Sid, you have this, you are very sweet for saying that I'm the definition, and you're right, I am the definition, but guess what? So are you, and so are all women, and every woman that's read this connects with it, because it is you and it is me and it's all of us.